Taipei is a massive city with so much to discover. Of course, it's known for its world-class museums, historic landmarks, and must-see attractions. But sometimes we just like to take a slower day, wander around local neighborhoods, stumble into creative corners, and let the city surprise us. Taipei has these really cool creative parks scattered around the city, full of art exhibitions, stylish cafes, and little handicraft stalls. If you have a bit more time to spare, we recommend checking out some of these areas that are very popular with locals and domestic tourists, and that we personally love. After a quick breakfast near our hotel in Ximending, we strolled around our neighborhood before hopping on the metro. We can highly recommend staying in Ximen as a first-time visitor. First up is Rongjin Gorgeous Time. Yes, it's really called that way, and it's just as cute as the name suggests. This cozy Japanese-style complex is full of unique cafes, decadent dessert shops, and souvenir stores that look straight out of Kyoto. Good morning, guys! We already had a delicious breakfast at another local place that Moritz found, and we got very lucky because we had a table right away. It was super yummy. And now we're out and about. We took one of the metro lines to Rongjin Gorgeous Time, it's called. And it's like this little area that's made totally in Japanese style. It's from the time that the Japanese settled here for a while. And yeah, we're gonna check it out. Supposedly the architecture is very beautiful. And you have like these cute tea houses and one of the famous franchises for coffee where you can have like a $20 coffee. I don't know if we're gonna do that though. But let's check it out. The place opened in late 2022 and sits on the grounds of a former prison from the Japanese colonial era. Now the red brick walls and wooden architecture have been transformed into one of Taipei's newest creative hangouts. We were here during spring and the whole place was decorated with cherry blossoms and pink lanterns. The old banyan trees were blooming, adding to the whole magical vibe. Because of its Japanese influence, it's become a bit of a hotspot for Instagrammers, coffee lovers, and local trend hunters. There are gyoza bars, tea houses, craft beer spots, and everything is designed with a lot of attention to detail. We even saw people renting kimonos and doing photo shoots with the traditional buildings in the background. One store really stood out, a beetle-themed dessert shop. Besides desserts, there are actual beetles inside. However, we were mostly intrigued by their unusual ice cream cones and cakes shaped like beetles, with flavors like brown sugar mochi, Oreo, sesame, and seasonal specials such as pink sakura. Sadly, in the meantime, we noticed that this shop is already gone. Turns out a lot of these places are pop-up stores, so what you encounter might be gone by next month, and there's something new there. But that's also what makes this area very exciting. We took the Sakura one,
Yes.
and it was cool to see. Obviously, they had like their waffle iron customized made, because you don't find this easily. And we picked the Sakura flavor. We're gonna try it out now.
Let's go try it.
So it's like a little bit of ice cream inside.
No, that's cake.
It's a cake. It's a cake. Okay.
I'm gonna see your tastes. Ta-ta-ta.
Can I see the package? Oh my god, it's quite cute.
Let's see how it is. Okay.
How is the inside? So it's Sakura. Oh, it's nice and pink.
It tastes a little bit like mochi or rice kind pudding in there. Something like that.
I do see white. Maybe there is some rice in there.
It's very good though. Especially because these ends are super crispy. Like different
Is
textures.
the ant itself is like a chocolate flavor, or what is it?
No, just like cake or like waffle. More like waffle.
Yeah.
Yummy though. It's not like anything I've ever had. Also because look at it, it's in a beetle form. It's like eating a beetle. Super weird, right?
And that beetle inside was humongous. I've never seen that. That beetles could be that huge.
A beetle.
Although you had a real live beetle before in Cambodia.
Wow. Not that huge.
No,
But I
thank
did.
God. Not far from Rongjin Gorgeous Time is Yongkang Street, one of our favorite foodie streets in Taipei. This area is packed with trendy coffee shops, dessert cafes and cute gift stores. You'll also find street food classics like scallion pancakes and dumplings alongside heavier dishes like beef noodles and xiaolongbao. From tofu pudding to shaved ice, Yongkang is basically dessert heaven and a great place to slow down and snack your way through the city. So we were just checking out Yongkang area, which is like not too far. You can walk to it if you come from the Japanese style area where we were this morning, and it's beautiful. There's a lot of like suburban first, but then you come to this area filled with like trendy shops and super hip like milk tea bars and whatever, many bars and restaurants. I think this must be a very nice place in the evening because it's very atmospheric, but at the same time serene, because we're now in this little green area with a lot of benches where people are just chilling. And yeah, we just had also like a coffee and a matcha earlier. My god, the matcha was delicious. You can't get that in Europe at all, so it was so yummy. And yeah, super photogenic. We couldn't stop taking pictures standing in the middle of the street, almost being driven over, but okay. And yeah, we're gonna head now to the metro because we want to check out one of the creative parks. We're gonna go to the one in Songshan area because there's also a memorial park that we want to check out before probably tonight we will head out to our first night market. Yes, so very excited still about the afternoon. Later that day, we made our way to Songshan Cultural and Creative Park, one of Taipei's top cultural hubs. It's located within a former tobacco factory, just a short walk from Taipei 101. We accidentally entered from the back, which was kind of a happy mistake because it led us through this boardwalk area surrounded by wetlands and greenery. It felt like we'd stumbled into an urban jungle, completely unexpected. Inside the actual creative park, there's a maze of old factory buildings and warehouses that now house design studios, concept stores and pop-up galleries. We ended up spending quite a bit of time just wandering through the halls, checking out everything from quirky watches to handmade accessories. There was even a shop for camera lovers with antique models and gadgets on display. The place feels very raw and real, with graffiti on the walls, trees growing around the buildings, and lots of greenery everywhere. There are a few cozy cafes tucked between the shops, and we tried one of these artisanal desserts that were made fresh on the spot. Near the actual main entrance, there's also a European-style garden with a fountain and statues, which used to be a recreational space for the factory workers back in the day.
Hey!
Good morning!
Another day in Taipei, and this time we were on the way to the Huashan 1940 Creative Park, and we by accident passed by this really beautiful looking art style, like village, let's say, and it has these colonial Japanese houses, like from colonial times, which you can see behind us, which is super beautiful.
It's very, very serene. We're Sunday, it's also very early still. I think everybody's just like having a slow day. So this space just exudes serenity, and yeah, most of them are already open and you're just free to visit. Some of them are like these quiet spaces where you can just read a book or sit. And so like Moritz said, they're all designed in traditional Japanese style, which we've never seen before.
And they either hold like exhibitions or they have like some information. One was, for example, about the role of animals in literature, in Taiwanese literature, and let's say the history of literature also during Japanese rule and stuff like that. So really interesting.
Yeah, but very interesting, very nicely done, very minimalistic, but very in an immersive way. So we like that. And then we were just sitting in one of those houses, indeed, like those silent spaces.
It was the first time that there was in like a Japanese style house, like a traditional colonial style house, which, you know, like with the cardboard walls that you know that you can just move from one side to the other, and everything very low, like low door frames. Ceilings were a little bit higher, but really low door frames. And of course you walk around in their bare feet, so it gives a whole different feeling with the wooden floor.
And we're just enjoying our time a bit. And from here, indeed, we will start walking towards another creative space like we've been a few days ago. This one is Huashan, and we will check that out. That's a little bit for our morning. From there, we headed over to Huashan 1914 Creative Park, another repurposed industrial space, but this one's a lot more lively. It's housed in what used to be a sake distillery during Japanese rule. These red brick warehouses now host everything from art exhibitions and street performers to craft beer bars and concept stores. It can get pretty busy here, especially on the weekends, but there's a great energy to it. We love the banyan trees with roots tangled into the old walls and the way the whole place blends nature with creative spaces. Across the street there's even a skate park beneath a giant mural of circuit boards, a nod to Taiwan's massive tech industry. Honestly, Taipei is full of these kind of cozy, inspiring neighborhoods. We only had a few days, so we focused on the ones we mentioned here. We also still visited Dihua Street, which we didn't film much but absolutely loved. That area is known for its 19th century houses and traditional shops. We ended up getting some of our favorite souvenirs and snacks here. But really, the best thing you can do in Taipei is just walk around and get a little lost. The more you explore, the more unique and unexpected places you'll find. So take your time, get off the main path, and let Taipei surprise you.